Oh, hi everybody. So here I am Manik and from the channel Literature Study at Home I welcome everybody. So as you know we are discussing literary theory and last time I discussed with you one of the finest literary critic Roman Jakobson, and now today I am going to discuss with you another impressive critic and literary theorist, and he is I.A. Richards. His full name was Ivor Armstrong Richards. He was born in 1893 and died in 1979. He was a prominent British literary critic, rhetorician, and poet. And he is best known for his contributions to the field of literary theory and criticism, and most importantly and particularly for his development of the new criticism approach. As you know, he wrote plenty of works in terms of literary theory, and his works emphasized on close reading and textual analysis of literature. And for that reason, he focuses on the meanings, structures, and effects of literary works. So let's first try to understand what his writings are about. First, he wrote in 1923 The Meaning of Meaning. Okay, this is a very important one. Though it was not a single authored work, it was co-authored with C.K. Ogden. So this work explores the relationship between language and meaning, and by doing this they delve into the ways words convey meaning and how the process affects our communication and understanding. So this is an impressive one, you can read it. Then he wrote in 1924, this was a solely work of his, that is Principles of Literary Criticism. So in this work, Richards laid the foundation of modern literary criticism. Here he introduces key concepts such as importance of context and the psychological effects of literature on readers. Then in 1929 he wrote another impressive work, Practical Criticism. So it details experiments in the close reading of text. So here Richards presented anonymous poets to the students and analyzed their responses, demonstrating the importance of direct engagement with the text and the varied interpretations that can arise from this certain amount of paragraph or a passage. Then he wrote in 1926 Science and Poetry. Okay, so Richards here examines the relationship between scientific and poetic modes of thinking. By doing this, he argues for the value of poetic imagination in enriching human experience. Another most important work I want to mention here, 1932 is the publication year, and that is Mencius of the Mind, Experiments in the Multiple Definitions. So it was also a co-authored work with Christine Gibson. So this work reflects Richards' interest in Eastern philosophy and psychology. Here they present the philosophy, psychology, and the translations and interpretations of ancient Chinese philosopher Mencius. Got it? Now the most important thing. So as you know, Richards proposed the concept of 4 kinds of meaning, and he also provided us 2 uses of language. And do you know in which work he did it? In its seminal work, and the name of it is The Philosophy of Rhetoric in 1936. So now let us discuss what are the 4 kinds of meaning that I.A. Richards proposed to us. The first one is sense or that is, in other word, we can say referential. Okay, so this refers to the basic literal meaning of words or phrases denoting objects, actions, or qualities in the real world. Just for example, you can say the cat sat on the mat. So here cat refers to the domestic animal, and the verb sat refers to the action of sitting, and the object mat, it refers to a floor of covering. So it arising a sense, isn't it? Now the second meaning is feeling or affective meaning. So here this encompasses the emotional or subjective associations that evoked by words or phrases. So it is all about how words make us feel. Just for example, the warm sun embraced her. So just try to understand the sentence. So in this sentence, warm sun not only refers to the actual sunlight, but also invokes feelings or comfort and happiness to the lady, isn't it? Now, the third meaning, intention or connotative meaning. Okay, so it is called connotative meaning. So this is the implied or suggested meaning beyond the literal interpretation. So it is often influenced by our society, that is cultural or personal associations. Just for example, so he is as busy as a bee. So here, while literally referring to someone being, industrious, it implies a comparison to the busy and diligent nature of bees. Now the fourth one, that is existential or symbolic meaning. So what is this? So this pertains to the broader symbolic significance of words or phrases extending beyond their immediate context, what we actually think or what we actually realize. So here you can cite an example that's like that. The dove is a symbol of peace, we know really well. So here the dove represents not just a physical bird, but the idea or concept of dove is about a kind of a phenomenal metaphor, that is peace, isn't it? So these are the four kinds of meaning. Okay, now come to the next portion, that is two uses of language as proposed by I.A. Richards. The first one is poetic or aesthetic use of language, we occasionally used in literature. So this emphasizes rather the artistic and imaginative qualities of language, and here we focuses on its aesthetic appeal and the creation of literary effects. Just for example, the poem by Shakespeare, "Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate." So here in Shakespeare's sonnet number 18, language is used not just to convey information, but to evoke the beauty and the admiration of the language about the poet's friend, isn't it? Now the second one, practical or pragmatic use of language. So here this refers to the utilitarian aspect of language. What is it? Here its primary purpose is to convey information or accomplish a task or a plenty of tasks. Just for example, please pass the salt. Please pass the salt. So in this simple request, language serves a practical function of communicating a need in our daily life. So these are the few concepts I just want to share with you. I hope it was beneficial for you. So I will come with more. And another announcement, if you want to join our course on English Literature Net Set, December batch is running and we are on the way. So if you interested to join, do contact me on the number which is displayed on the screen. Okay, thank you and have a great day.